Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today is Thursday, January 28, 2010. Hope you all are having a great day today. And I just got a lot to cover, so I'm just going to get right into it. First things first, if this is your first time watching these videos, you're going to want to click on the link right above it that says if this is your first time visiting this blog, read this first. If you click that link, it's going to give you the rules to the system, the Cowabunga system. You're going to want to read that, kind of get familiar with it, and then come back, and these videos are going to make a lot more sense because otherwise you're going to get lost, because I kind of breeze through it kind of fast because I'm assuming that you have some sort of knowledge of how the system works. So go ahead and do that if that's your first time. But for all you regulars that are used to these videos and used to my voice and used to these intros, then welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us, and hopefully these videos are beneficial to you, and hope that it's helping with your trading plan, trading discipline, etc., etc. Okay, so I got my 15-minute, my 4-hour chart open for the cable. First thing I'm going to do is open my 4-hour chart and look at the trend, and just, looking at it, you can see there's a lot of range-bound movement going on. This is since the 21st of this month, so past, let's see, 7 days or so, I've been seeing the cable just kind of range-bound. So it's something to just keep in the back of your mind, that we're seeing a lot of range-bound movement. Might want to get into a little conservative mode, whatnot, but remember, always keep in mind the overall picture of what's going on, and try not to get too much tunnel vision, because sometimes that can happen, especially when you're trading a system religiously. So keep that in mind. I'm going to move my chart back to before midnight so you can see what it looked like. We had a trend change candle yesterday in the middle of our session, which changed the trend from down to up, and at the beginning of our day there were no new trend change candles, therefore the trend was still up, and we were only looking for long trades at the start of the day. If I move forward, you can see that we had a huge bearish candle here, no signal or anything like that, and you can see right now this is the 11 a.m. candle. It looks like it may form a new trend change candle. However, this doesn't close until after our trading session, which is this is going to close at around 3 p.m. So we won't even be in the market. It doesn't really concern us now. As far as we're concerned, the trend this whole day stayed up, and we only look for long trades the entire day. And the reason, again, is because even though we see this possible trend change candle, it hasn't closed yet. So the trend isn't official until the close of this candle. And this candle closes way past the time we stop looking for trades, so it doesn't even affect us. So if it does create a new trend and it holds intact, then tomorrow when we start trading, then perhaps we will start looking for short trades. But for this day, we are only looking for long trades because the trend change candle was still up and still valid throughout the entire day. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. If not, go ahead and ask questions or rewind the video and go through it again. But if you're confused, don't hesitate to ask questions. Here's my 15-minute chart now. I'm going to move it back to before midnight, which is right around here. Before I start my day, though, I want to take a look at my news events, and you can just go to babypips.com, click on this Tools tab, and brings up the news events for the day automatically. You just want to make sure this time zone drop-down bar is set to your correct location so that you have the right times for the news. Today, as with any day, you're looking for news that affects the sterling or the dollar, and today we really only had one major news event, and that was at 8:30 for the durable goods for the U.S. But other than that, there wasn't really any news events to watch out for. So 8:30 was really the only time that I jotted down, and what I'm doing is I'm just jotting it down in a notepad. You can do the same thing, or you can set an alert or an alarm to remind you of when those news events come out, because part of the rules for the system is that we are not in the market when news comes out. So just keep that in mind. So I'm jotting down 8:30, don't be in the market at that time. And now I'm ready to start my day. I know I'm looking for long trades, so that's what I'm going to keep an eye out for. So now what I'm going to do is move my chart forward one candle at a time and simulate a trading day and kind of give you the thought process as I see what's going on in the markets, and hopefully it'll get you kind of thinking the same way that I do when it comes to the system, and it can help you out and kind of answer any of your questions that you may have. So here we go. Let's start the trading day. Again, there's a crossover for short trade, but we're only looking for long trades today. So I'm watching the market. Here we get a crossover. This is at 145. RSI is above 50. Stochastics start trending up. MACD is negative and gaining value. This is a valid entry. Again, we don't have any news until 8:30, so a lot of time. No worries there. So I'm going to go ahead and enter at this candle, the close of the candle, or as close to it as possible. In this case, it's 62.01. Our stop's going to be at the most recent swing low, which is at 61.70, and the nearest 0.50 level is at 62.50. So it gives us quite a few pips there for a potential profit, 49 pips. So we'll go ahead and let that ride, and now I can just watch my trade and monitor it and see what happens. And you can see that our target was hit at 245 and it closed right at 62.50. At this case, it's really up to you whether or not you want to close your trade or let it ride. I mean, we're looking for a clean break. This isn't really a clean break, but it's right at 62.50, so you may hold on to it for a minute or so, just depending on what you want to do. But I just went ahead and exited. I'm playing it conservative again. So I went ahead and took it out at the close of the candle right at my target at 62.50. So I'm out of the trade. And again, if you held it for a little bit, you may have gotten more pips here because it did continue to move up. And depending on where you set your stop, you may have gotten extra pips there. But it doesn't go to 6,300, unfortunately. It just stays right around 62.50. So that's a win in the books, and we just continue to look for more trades. Again, we're just looking for long trades, so looking just for crossovers to the upside. Now here we get a crossover. RSI is above 50, stochastics trending up, MACD is negative and gaining value. It's a valid entry. This is at 7:30, which means it closes at 7:45. Remember, if you look at your news events, you know that we have news coming at 8:30, which gives us 45 minutes for the trade. Not too much time there. Again, if you're aggressive, you can take it, but then you make sure that you get out of the trade before the 8:30 news event. However, if you're conservative, if you're playing it kind of safe because of what's going on in the markets, just kind of range-bound movement, then maybe you don't take this trade, and that's perfectly fine too. In this case, I'm playing it conservative, so I just go ahead and say, you know what, I already have a win. I'm just gonna not take this trade because news is coming out. It's giving me less of a chance to win because my time window is so short. So I'm just gonna let this one pass. And you can see that if you did enter the trade, it just kind of stayed flat, so you probably broke even there. But if you did get in the trade, you definitely want to get out at the close of this 8:15 candle because 8:30 news comes out. So just exit there, probably around break even. There's the 8:30 candle. Of course, not much going on. Again, we're still looking for long trades. Here at 9:15, we get another crossover. Let's look at the indicators. RSI is above 50. MACD is negative and gaining value, but if you look at stochastics, they're trending down. So this negates our signal. So there's no entry here because all three indicators aren't lining up. So no entry there at 9:15. Again, just looking for long trades still. And here's where we see that big bearish movement going on. But again, no new trend change candles as of yet. So we're still looking for long trades. But 12 noon hits and we don't see anything else. So that pretty much ends our day. So for me, I just had that one trade in the beginning of our session, good 49 pips there, and I'll take it. But the other two I didn't take, and it depends on how you did. But that's what my thinking process was for today. Yours might be a little different depending on your trading personality, etc. But the main foundation of the system should remain the same. The rules shouldn't be broken too much or bent too wide, because then you're just kind of not trading with discipline there. But if you have any questions about anything I did today or need more explanation, then don't hesitate to ask. That's what this blog is for. But that's it for today, and I will see you all on the next update. Cowabunga, dudes.